Hi, I'm George, the Weather Dad, to take a look at your next 7 days. That includes the upcoming weekend. And once again, it's going to be a bit unsettled, it looks like right now. Now, I'm going to show you only a couple of temperature maps. That's mainly because it's going to be warm. Nothing really cold coming in until maybe middle of next week, or chillier, let me put it that way. Our normal highs right now in the mid to upper 80s throughout the Midwest. And for the most part, we're going to be at least in the 80s, possibly even the lower 90s, as we're going to be seeing some rain. Now notice the colors here on the map. We do see some splatters of yellow, and again, that reflects where there's cloud cover as well as some rain around the area. The heat, though, is really out towards the west there, out in the Central Plains and even the Rockies, and certainly down towards the southeast. It's definitely muggy down in your area, but this is pretty much a typical summertime pattern. This is for your Wednesday. Let's jump right now to your Saturday, and you kind of see a little bit more yellow coming in. There's a frontal system sitting right here, producing some clouds, dropping temperatures just a little bit, but still it's going to be fairly warm across most of the country. Checking in now on your Sunday, you see again some yellow around, reflecting clouds and some rain here and there across the Midwest, in particular. A little bit cooler certainly up towards the north, but the heat's still off towards the west, down the Central Plains, and certainly down along the southeast. Now let me jump right now to next week. This is on Wednesday. This is going to be interesting. There's a pretty good system that looks like it's going to be developing up across the northern tier of states, and it's going to be running in that direction. Notice the stark color differences. Lots of yellow here, lots of dark colors in this area. Very warm ahead of it. This could produce potentially some severe weather if it holds true. And that's a week from Wednesday. Something, again, I just wanted to point out that, yeah, it's going to be pretty hot and sticky over the next 7 days. But after that, we could be looking at a change. Precipitation, this is where it gets interesting. Here on our Wednesday, we have a frontal system, bits of energy scooting through the Midwest, kicking off some showers as well as a few thunderstorms. And keep in mind, again, a lot of humidity around, lots of heat around, with a mechanism to kick off those showers and thunderstorms. Can't rule out the possibility of a severe thunderstorm. I think, though, mainly in this case, since the atmosphere is so moist, we could be looking at more of a flooding issue or possibly even some gusty winds. So this is here on your Wednesday. By Thursday, we get, again, quite a bit of unsettled weather across the area, potentially some severe weather sneaking around there in Iowa. And Friday, not much change. Again, here comes the next system coming in, and it's going to move through. And it's going to kick off some showers and thunderstorms. This is on our Saturday. You kind of see the nice little comma shaped. You kind of see that there. That's the frontal system that's going to be pushing its way through. And it looks like that could be on a Saturday. By Sunday, it dries out a little bit, but here's where it gets a little bit interesting. If this is that frontal system, if it sneaks a little bit further south down into this area, this is where we don't want them this time of year, because if they sit around the Gulf Coast and the Atlantic seaboard, we can get a little spin up of a tropical of nature, and that's something certainly we have to keep an eye on. But right now, though, I don't know if it's going to make its way close to the Gulf of Mexico, but we will keep an eye on that. This is on your Sunday of next week. But right now, I don't really see any tropical development developing at this point. But once again, if that front sneaks down there, then that is a possibility. And then for next Wednesday, there's that monster system up towards the north, and that could be tapping some cool Canadian air that could break the back of this heat and humidity that we're going to be experiencing for the next 7 days. But it is summer, so it should be kind of hot and humid as well. So again, keep your rain gear handy. It's not going to be raining the entire time, but it will be hot and humid. I'm George, the Weather Dad.